Hi everybody, Tom Quigley here with an exciting Hero production update for everyone. It is Giving Tuesday, which would have been nice to get a memo about before it came up, but I didn't get one, and it's here, so here we are. But a little bit more on that later. First, I just want to talk about Hero and how everything has been going so far. Hero is wrapped for the year. So we've finished shooting everything we're going to shoot this year, which is exciting. It's a very great feeling, and everything that we have is fantastic. I really couldn't be happier with how everything has turned out so far, and I'm super excited to share footage and screen grabs with everybody. Hopefully we'll have a trailer out soon. I've spent the last couple days going over all the footage that we shot and putting it up next to the storyboards, and it's impeccable. It really is exactly as I imagined it, and that is very satisfying. Everybody on the crew was fantastic. We had some real all-stars come out to help, so the footage looks beautiful, mostly because all of these people came out and trudged through the rain and the cold and through the wilds to get to these locations where we were shooting. But it all paid off and everything looks so nice. The autumn setting ended up being perfect with all of the colors and the falling leaves. It really made for something special. Everybody worked hard in spite of the cold and the rain and a lot of terrible weather, which brings me to my next point, which is the weather was a big challenge for us. As we were shooting, it just so happens that we picked the worst possible shooting dates we could have picked. So the weather just did not cooperate. Filming in the autumn, we really were kind of up against the clock as the foliage begins to change colors here in the Northeast and the leaves start to fall off the trees. Once you start shooting and you commit to that, there's only so much time before all those leaves are in fact off the trees and on the ground, which is a problem for continuity, and it just doesn't look as nice. So at any rate, we had to shuffle a couple of things around. We had to push a few days of shooting, and we had some real uphill battles on some of the days that we were shooting. And again, a huge special thank you to the crew that really put their backs into it on the days where we needed it. You know who you are. So ultimately, because we've had to shuffle a couple of things around, and because of a couple of other factors that we had no control over, unfortunately, we have had to push our last scene, the very last scene of the film, until the spring. So we will not shoot this scene until the leaves start to grow back and it starts to get lush, which might not be until May or June, which is not at all what my preference was. But I think in the end it's going to serve the film better. I think it's going to bring an extra special magic quality that we wouldn't have been able to get if we had just shot through the autumn. And I think maybe most importantly, it will be beneficial to the film because we'll have all of this time to edit everything else. Between now and the time we finish shooting the film, we'll be working with Connor Kelly, the editor, who is a fantastic editor. I'm very excited to jump into all of this with him. We're going to be cutting the rest of the movie from the beginning all the way up until the finale scene. So by the time we get there, hopefully we'll be able to just shoot the last scene, cut it together, and stick it on the end. That will be that, and we'll be able to bring the film out very quickly after that in hopefully early summer, late spring. The last scene is obviously a very big scene. It's the climactic battle fight scene. We really want to make sure that every last detail is in place and that we have everything that we need to really do that right. So it'll be great to have this time between now and then to get all that stuff lined up and to make sure that we have the resources that we need to make it happen. Which brings me back to giving. As we've had to shift a bunch of these things around and add some shooting days that we weren't anticipating, coupled with moving a whole chunk of the film all the way off into the spring, we have already spent a lot of the money that we've raised to get this thing made so far. We also have all of post-production ahead of us still, which will incur plenty of costs on its own. So, as it stands, we've raised less than half of our GoFundMe crowdfunding goal. A huge thank you to all the people that have helped us to get this far. Some of you that are going above and beyond to really support this project. But in this season of gift giving, having worked on this movie now for so long, between the pre-production, between writing the film myself, and slowly but surely trying to scrape together every last bit of this production in order to make what I had imagined come to life on the screen, I've now seen so many other people that have come to work on this project, put their hearts and souls, and really put in more effort than I could have ever asked of anybody onto this project. So now it's more than just my baby. It is the baby of a lot of people. It's everybody's baby. It's the community's baby. Amidst the gift giving of the holiday season, please consider making a small contribution to this project that now so many people have worked so hard on and put so much of their time and creativity and thought and effort into. It would really mean a lot to me because now so many others have put their hearts and their souls into this. It would be awesome if any of you could put a few dollars into it as well. Thank you so much once again to everyone who A, has supported us up to this point, and B, to everyone who's just been following along on our journey and liking any of our posts or any of that good stuff. Thank you so much for your continued support. I'm really excited to show you what we have coming, so stay tuned for all kinds of great clips to come and sneak peeks behind the scenes. And happy Giving Tuesday. And Happy Giving Tuesday. Happy Giving Tuesday. Happy Regular Tuesday. Just be happy.